I can.
Right. Why can't they just ship it right to China? Right?
Yeah, you know, I'm in China. I'm a big buyer. I can just call the supplier myself.
Right.
Well, there's good and bad news mixed in to my answer to that.
Okay.
And the answer is that many of the processors, whether it be Brazil or Canada or Spain or you name it, they are often inundated with Chinese inquiries. Chinese business people who are knocking on their door, figuratively, or email, or you know, WeChat if there's ever any connection.
I'm very well aware of that because a lot of people, not just in the software protein community, but a lot of businesses come to us because they were getting these partnership inquiries. And I'm going to let you share it, and I'll share my point on that. But go ahead. Yeah.
So these connections are have, and more recently, have become a concern for these processors for a couple of reasons. One, we categorize it as magic stories. And these magic stories are from buyers who claim that they can do these wonderful things and buy these huge quantities.
Right.
Not often not able to back it up.
Yes.
Secondly, the internet has done some very serious damage in that these, often at least, these China buyers are emulating, they are basically repeating these online stories when they talk to these processors. The processors are very much aware of this now today.
What do you mean by emulating?
Well, they're actually if this Chinese business person sitting in his office was online and they saw this phenomenal story regarding 3 or 4 different chicken cuts, whether it be chicken paws, chicken feet, wings, drumsticks, etc., and the pricing that's attached to it online. They would take that data and make it part of their letter of intent, their intent to buy from these processors in Brazil. And they would say, well, we can buy 100 containers of this, and this is the price we need. And that's a magic story. We have that for proteins. We have these magic stories all the time. We have people contacting us with letters of intent regarding sugar and soybeans.
Why are they doing that, though?
They're doing it because they think they can get the best deal possible. They are taking shortcuts,
right? So
in an unethical way.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. So basically, what they're doing is try to say that they're going to buy a large number and get the lowest price possible, and they're probably going to resell it and make the margin in China. Is that what they're trying to do?
Well, there's certainly the intent is always to resell.
Okay.
But yes, they're not being truthful with not only what they're able to buy, but what they're able to pay for. So it's a combination. They don't necessarily have the financial wherewithal to buy what they claim they can buy.
Right.
And secondly, the pricing that they're making reference to could be 5 years old, referenced on the website.
Right.
It could be the middle market buyers in China who may bring in 10 containers of chicken in 2016. They put it into freezers for a year and a half, 2 years. They wait for the price to go up, and then they show this. But there's only a few containers of it, and yet they're, you see what I mean? They're setting dangerous precedents.
Right.
And these processors now are wise to this. They're aware of this. So when Grocer Capital Group knocks on their door, and it is literally knocking on their door in Brazil, they're told a story about GCG headquarters here in Toronto, about GCG's affiliate in Brazil, about who we are, what we do, and we're bringing that North American culture, the North American financial abilities, that storyline that isn't a magic story. It's the real thing. And there's a trusting element that we have going for us.
Right.
So they're enabling GCG to facilitate on their behalf. Now keep in mind, Steve, we're talking about small margins here. So the difference between Grocer Capital Group getting involved and handling all the configurations of secured money from the clients communicating what the clients need, making sure POs are properly done, making
Right.
sure documentations are all. There's a plethora of information that needs to be done properly.
Believe
We
me,
do it all.
Right.
So that small margin justifies it beautifully in order to look after our China clients. These processors have a preference to deal that way. That's why it's working so well for us.
Okay, so